is Preach and Cochise, right? Cochise is asleep. And if I didn't already say so, Preach's character is Glenn Turnman. Glenn Turnman, if I see you down here in Atlanta, I'm going to kiss you in the mouth. Now, if you got that white shit in the corner of your mouth, like how them old men be having sometimes, I ain't going to do it. I'm just going to shake your hand real hard. Well, hello there, love bugs. Hello there, bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share to Facebook, and subscribe because it is so important to our success here on the YouTube. And if you are not already a part of our book club, please remember to hit the Patreon link below and or the join button here on the YouTube, and for a small monthly fee of $5. You babies, yes, you can be privy to all the shenanigans before the YouTube gets it, if the YouTube gets it. Now, let's talk about the iconic cult classic, Cooley. So anyway, guys, just so you won't be mad, I'm going to stop this movie at a certain point, okay? When Cochise bang his head, or when I hear that fight scene coming, can't do it, okay? Because that's when the movie Cooley High takes a hard turn. Okay, everything before that, it's fun, it's magical, it reminds you of your youth, it just makes you feel good. Even the music is bad, okay? But when I hear that fight scene, we out, baby. That's it. That's Mother Hunchy all, right? So anyway, while the camera is panning over Chicago, old Chicago, there go Cabrini Green. I mean, do you see Florida Evans? I do. You can hear, baby love, my baby love, I need you. Oh, how I need you. So the next scene is Cochise, Lawrence Hilton Jacobs, Freddie Boom Boom Washington, if you know, you know, is running through a project area. He's going to go pick up his best friend, Preach, okay? Now, this is for you people that don't know and understand this, right? So when you are a city kid, like myself, I went to a DC public school, high school, okay? What happens is most of us walk to school. Now, some of us, you know, may go to a school outside of our school zone, but that's only because either your mammy then pull the stunt, you know, and use your Aunt Shirley address, okay? Or you hunching the mayor or a council member or something like that. Some kind of something is going on. Or your child goes to private school. You know what I'm saying? So in high school, I went to public school. So it was oftentimes that I would walk past my Judy house in the morning, or somebody would walk past my house in the morning so we could walk to school together. Cochise goes up the steps to pick up his friend, Preach, who is still in the bed. Why is Preach still in the bed? It's because he don't have no to give about anything. It's like he's so lost, right? But he's intelligent. He's magical. Okay. And I mean that because the real Preach is also the creator of the movie Cooley High. It's a shame that he ended up, you know, strung out on crack and homeless, but I think he kind of got himself together now if he has not passed, right? Cochise and Preach are messing with each other, you know, joining on each other, doing the dozens or whatever, right? Then Preach says to Cochise, I forget the name of this teacher, but it's Garrett Morris's character. Ooh, I want to say his name is Mr. Moore. I want to say it's Mr. Moore, but it's Garrett Morris's character. And who Garrett Morris is a teacher that I want to say every public school has or should have. He's the kind of teacher that recognizes potential in his students, right? Even though they may be fuck ups, he still believes in them. The next scene, we're in a classroom, okay? Now, sitting in the back, of course, is Preach and Cochise. Right? Cochise is asleep. And if I didn't already say so, Preach's character is Glenn Turnman. Glenn Turnman, if I see you down here in Atlanta, I'm going to kiss you in the mouth. Now, if you got that white shit in the corner of your mouth, like how them old men be having sometimes, I ain't going to do it. I'm just going to shake your hand real hard, okay? Or jump on. So Preach is in the back of the class, and he pulls out a handkerchief. Handkerchief, they wearing handkerchiefs? Yes, because back then, children used to take pride in themselves. You couldn't go to school looking slovenly, dressed any kind of way you wanted to look. You had to take pride because it does get you ready for the future. Preach was one of those kind of people, and we all know those kinds that come to school with a suit and tie on, okay? Still, Cochise may not have that on, but he still looked nice. He didn't have his pants hanging off his ass. His shirt was tucked in. He looked nice. Now, I ain't saying, that I don't mind, seeing the young men with a nice pair of jeans on that, slightly fall down a little bit. But when your ass is hanging out and you got old bubble butt, child, we need to take you to the king on that one. So, all right, but any Preacher's in the back. Cochise next to him sleep, okay? Preach like this, bored to death. He can't take it. I can't learn. This is boring to me. One reason is because Preach is very, very intelligent. He's one of them kids that is beyond, right? School can be boring to him. And that's what happens a lot of times when you have highly intelligent children. They bored at school, right? What I was saying. So Preach taps Pooter on the shoulder. Tells Pooter, tell Mary, to tell Jerry, to tell Carl, to tell Charlie, to get the red ink off of the teacher's desk, okay? So they passing it back to Preach. Preach pulls out his handkerchief. So Preach covers up Pooter's nose with the handkerchief with the fake red blood / ink on it, okay? Before he pulls the stunt on the teacher, he taps Cochise, get up, man, get up. We got to go. We trying to get out of here, okay? Cochise like, oh shit, how am I going to get out of here? But he figures it out, right? So then Preach and Pooter walk to the teacher. Pooter's like, my nose bleed, my nose. Preacher's like, I got him. I have to take care of him. The teacher like, just get that blood out of here, okay? Then you see the three boys, Pooter, Cochise, and Preach, run outside. They pick up one of their other friends. I think this dude named Tyrone. Yeah, no, it's not Tyrone. Is it Tyrone? I don't know. I think it's Tyrone, okay? Next minute, they running towards the bus, not to get on the bus and pay to get on the bus, but these niggas jump on the back of the bus, which is something else that I don't know why dudes do this. You ain't gonna catch no girl on the back of the bus because we ain't got time for all that. But men, they don't care. You'll see them climbing the building and stuff, But the young men, they grabbed the back of the bus and rode it all the way to the zoo. On the back, hanging off of the back of the bus. That's too much stress for me. If I knew that my son was hanging off the back of the bus, I would lose my damn mind. But boys do stuff like that. Cavalierly. They don't care. So they get to the zoo. Okay? They dead. They stealing hot dogs. And then, I guess they ain't had no girl house to go over, but, they stealing hot dogs and then they end up in a monkey house. The young one, Pooter, playing around with the monkey. He trying to stand up for the monkey. Don't treat the monkey like that. That's your friend. That's your monkey friend. Don't do that. Next minute the monkey turn around playing and plop through doo-doo on Pooter. And it wasn't like a hard dookie. You know what I'm saying? Like one of them dookies that you can throw and pop, and it get off. No, it was a mushy dookie, okay? Mushy, like the gorilla might have been sick that day or something, child, and it slid off, and it was like all this doo-doo like embedded in his shirt. It was bananas, okay? He was trying to wipe it off, nigga. That doo-doo ain't coming off. It ain't coming off, okay? Then they realized, oh shoot, we got to get back to class before 7th period before they know that we was missing. So they hightailing it back to school. They try to make it back before 7th period, right? Cochise is a basketball player, right? He is a star basketball player waiting for a scholarship to come from Grambling University, okay? He stops off in a court that's outside and he plays a little ball. Now it's late. They didn't miss 7th period. Okay. It's like, man, I got to go to school so I can try to get this doo-doo off of me. Okay. Well, do what you're supposed to do. You know, be a good boy, go. Now we're going to head over to Martha's. Martha's is a place where the kids can eat and dance. A great place. Man, the music, and you know what's going, I think, what song was it when they was coming through the door? Sugar pie, honey bunch. You know that I love you. Great place, great atmosphere, great food, great fun. It's filled with teenagers or old ass men trying to pick up a teenager, whatever the case may be. And it is amazing. It takes you back to a good place. Now, the boys are headed to Martha's, like I said. But before they get through the door of Martha's, Dorothy meets them outside the door. Hey, Mr. Morris, or Moore, you know, Garrett Morris's character, was looking for you. He said because y'all skipped class, he has switched the midterm date. Instead of it being next Wednesday, it's going to be Monday. Now, Cochise and Preach is like, man, damn. Dorothy says to Preach, it don't matter because you're going to fail anyway. Okay, Preach says they children, they playing. It's hilarious to them, you know. But Cochise, he on a basketball team. He got responsibilities. He's trying to get into Grambling. One of the other dudes, the dude Tyrone, who I think his name is Tyrone, but I don't know. He go, man, I got to go back and get my books. Cochise say, go get my books too. He said, what the fuck is wrong with your feet? What's wrong with your arms? You can't get your own book, man. Just go get the book, man. Now, Dorothy continues to say, yeah, you seen Tyrone? Wait, the other dude name ain't Tyrone. Tyrone is another dude. Tyrone is this dude who she hunching, okay? That's her boyfriend, okay? Tyrone is old player from the Himalayas, right? But Cochise said, nah, I ain't seen him. Well, if you see him, can you tell him that I'm having a party tonight? It's a quarter party. Y'all invited too. Cochise said, a belly rub? It's going to be a belly rub? Ain't going to be no belly rub. Belly rub mean they going to be freaking in there, you know. Even though they ain't hunching, they're going to be rubbing their body parts blink on each other. She says, I think about it. Okay. Hey, where did Preach go? Dorothy says, guess. Preach is inside Martha's gambling with Stone and Roberts. Okay. These ninjas, Stone and Roberts, is the real gangsters from the Chicago. Because remember, Cooley High is such a magnanimous movie that they used real live gang members from Chicago in this friggin' movies. And Stone and Roberts, they was the real deal. Okay. So Cochise goes inside and sees his friend gambling. Okay. He says to Preach. Remember, Martha said if she catch you in here gambling again, she was going to put your ass out. Right. So Preach said, oh, yeah, I forgot about that. He stand up, but he got Stone and Roberts' money in his pocket. One of them ugly motherfuckers stood up and said, you either make me or break me. Cochise said, I'm sorry, what? Ooh, I was so turned on. I was like, yes. That means that Cochise wasn't scared of them niggas, okay? Yeah, I might play ball, but I also gets down. I love me some Lawrence Hilton, Freddie Boo Boom, Washington Jacobs, Cochise. I love that nigga. I love him. They say he's an asshole in real life, but he's an Aquarius. So, you know, I'm me being a Libra, we can work well, but I'm married to a Virgo. Preach says this. Hold on, brother. Hold on. It's just going to take me a second to take these ninjas' money, okay? So he bends down to throw the dice, and instead of the dice stopping when it's supposed to, sweet, beautiful, sweet dollar bet comes up. Brenda, I call her dog. Beautiful, light-skinned little girl. You know, Preach is dark-skinned. You know, them dark-skinned men act like light-skinned women is like the goddesses of the rejuvenation of the waterfall of the Egypt Jesus. Okay, so he is enthralled. He like, oh my God, this thing is beautiful. Stone and Roberts like, bitch, get the hell out of here. She like, I'm trying to get through to the washroom. Preacher's like, baby, go on ahead. Cheap dollar bet, like, I'm not playing around with these niggas. And go to Martha and snitch. Martha running after them with a hatchet or a chopping butcher knife or something like that. Chase the boys out of there. So they all gone now. Iconic. Okay. This was Nay in the hallways when she wasn't fucking, okay? Because there wasn't no need for me to go in the hallways no more once I started hunching, okay? But anyway, you got Preach with his girlfriend, Sandra. That's his girlfriend, okay? Then you got Cochise with Johnny May, one of his girlfriends, okay? One of his girlfriends, or one of the girls that would love to be his girlfriend. But Cochise is such a high-ranking dude that he don't need to have no girlfriend. He might have a man girl, but he really don't have no girlfriend. He don't need to. He might go away to play ball for Grambling. He ain't got time for no bitches. Okay, excuse me, or at least that's what I would say to my son. Listen, you finna go away to Grambling. Don't get none of these hoes pregnant, goddammit. Pull out. She's his girlfriend. She ready. She ready to bend over and get it in. Ooh, yeah, just let me give you, you know how them dudes be. They be like, oh, let me touch it. Let me feel it. Let me tweak it. Let me smell it. You know how they be, right? Johnny May is with it. Johnny May is with the shit. She is ready to give Cochise her entire flower. Preacher's girlfriend, Sandra, on the other hand, she like, man, get off of me. Get off of me. I know you doing too much. No, stop touching that. Don't pinch that. Get out of there. Because Sandra is not cooperating. Johnny May is not cooperating. I don't know. I don't know. If Sandra do it, then I'll do it. Girl, I ain't never gonna give up my pussy because of somebody else giving up their pussy. That's their pussy to give away, not mine. Cochise take Reach outside and say, man, can you get rid of your girl? Take your girl home. She is ruining it for everybody, okay? Preach tries to get Sandra in the mood, but he ain't working. He ain't working, or it ain't working on her because she like, no. I'm a good girl. I have a lotus flower and I want to save it for a good man that's going to marry me, blah, blah, blah. Preacher gets mad, snatch his girl and be like, come the hell on. Next scene, Cochise is home in his house, okay? Another part of a project area. Man, I hate to say this, but sometimes what happens is when people are given homes, by the government, not given homes, but given the opportunity to have a home at a discounted price. Sometimes what happens is the entire family moves in, okay? Y'all only paying like $100 for rent, if that, okay? And then next minute, it's like 17 people living in there, right? Even though the woman of the house said that it was only her and her 3 sons, but, everybody is living there. Okay. And I knew that because it was like a rollaway mattress in the goddamn living room. I'm like, what in the Craig, what is that? What is that? But that's the truth of the matter sometimes. That's just what happens. You have to take in family, even in situations where there's already despair. Okay. In the background, Jimmy Lee talking to his aunt, all right, who I think is Cochise's grandmother or something like that, okay? Cochise asked his grandmother, the aunt, to Jimmy Lee, who is a uncle to Lawrence Hilton Jacobs' Cochise character. He says, hey, did any mail come yet? The woman says, is it on the table or whatever, the break front or whatever that is, okay? He said, nah, it's not. It's not in the break front. She goes, well, it ain't come yet. Next minute, he going to the bathroom to take a leak. Before he pull his pickle out, a little baby pass him. Crazy. Lawrence Hilton Jacob is like damn near 17, 18 years old. Okay? He got a little brother that's still in Pampers. But that also, now before he pulls his thing out to pee in the toilet, he sees that there's a letter in there from Grambling. He opens it up, wet and disgusting. Okay, and it's his acceptance letter. Baby, you on the way. You have Tyrone, the girl Dorothy was looking for, that other bug-eyed boy that was riding on the back of the bus that I didn't know who his name was, but he don't matter any fucking way. Okay, Puda and Cochise and Preach, right? They're celebrating that Cochise has a future. Okay, Puda's like, I'm just going to be an old factory worker, right? Next minute, they say, well, what the hell you going to do, Preach? You ain't even going to get out of high school. Preach say, I don't need to get out of high school to be a writer. Okay. Tyrone said, man, have you ever seen some of that mess that Preach be writing, man, they started repeating his poetry. I don't know how they got it. But they started reading it out loud and it got into Preacher's soul. You hear me? That nigga was heated. He was mad. He was ready to fuck Tyrone up. All right? Because Tyrone is like messing with him. That's important to Preach. Nothing is important to him, but his writing is important. So he takes it seriously. All right. Cochise breaks up the fight. Look, we all boys. Let's just go around there to the Dorothy's party and have us old belly rub. Okay? We at Dorothy's party. No quarter, no entry. Okay. You got Stone and Roberts saying, come on, let us in. Hell no, Stone and Roberts. Y'all two are trouble. No, it ain't gonna be fighting in my house. My mama told me if it get in here, she ain't gonna let me have no more parties, right? So on the way down, Stone and Roberts bump into Cochise, Preach, Poodle, Tyrone, and that other nigga, okay, that I don't know, right? Stone and Roberts got some herb. They smoking, right? Here goes some herb, Stone and Roberts say, where y'all going? I know y'all ain't going up there. That bitch ain't gonna let you in if you ain't got no money. Tyrone said, don't worry about this. We finna be over like Fat Rats and Cheese Factory because he already hunching Dorothy, all right? You know how the men do us. We control them physically. They control us mentally. They know how to get in our head. They know how to make us, juicy without even putting their hands on us. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what Tyrone did to Dorothy, all right? While the others snuck in. Preach, you guard the door. Yeah, I guard the door. Everybody at the party. Cochise then laid eyes on this beautiful chocolate dark-skinned girl that don't close her mouth ever. She just be like this. Girls like that make me think that you want to put something in that, okay? And I ain't even trying to be funny, but why your mouth always open, girl? A bug gonna fly in your mouth. Close your mouth. But that's like old sexy thing that get, men hot and horny. Cochise ready, all right? Also at this party, Cheap Dollar Bet is there. Why do we call her Cheap Dollar Bet? Because the boys bet Preach that you would never be able to get none of that sedity ass high yellow girl, okay? Preach said, I bet you a whole $1 that I'll get that. Okay? And that's why that girl is a cheap dollar bet. She's not, but that's what I call her. Okay? She then went over to the girl and was like, before I leave, I want your number, your name, your number, blah, 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 your digits, where you live at, your address, And the girl just gives it all up. It's Loretta Brown. I watched you play all season. I think I'm your biggest fan. Next minute, Cochise leads Loretta Brown to the floor, and he is giving it to her. Baby, baby. He is feeling all over that Loretta Brown, okay? Buddha trying to get some action from somebody, but it don't work because ain't none of them girls feeling his ass. They want some of Cochise, but Cochise is more interested in that damn Loretta Brown with the mouth open, okay? Preach, he over here. He didn't realize that the cheap dollar bet did, so now he done found her in the room reading poetry. Preaching that Warner, okay? He reading her poetry too. Now all of a sudden her panties wet. She's like, I didn't know you like poetry. He said, oh yeah, let me read you some. He in there trying to get it popping with the girl, or at least get her to open up a little bit so that maybe he can ease in and win that cheap dollar bet, okay? Now we back out in the living room, okay? This dude named Damon come through the door, okay? Bad news, bad news. Dorothy say, look, Damon, I don't want no fighting in here. Something wrong with you, nigga. You always trying to fight everybody. And my mama said that if something go wrong at this party, she won't let me have no party. No more, okay? Then she looks over there. She see Poodle sitting on the break front. That's a china cabinet to the rest of us Negroes, okay? So for all you white people that don't know what's so special about a china cabinet, I don't know what's special about the china cabinet, okay? All I know is it get passed down through legacies and generations and centuries and stuff like that, child, and the stuff in it be having so much dust that I don't know what the hell is going on in it. But that's where the black folks keep their in. Okay, the china cabinet / the break front. Okay, so doggy say, get your ass off my mama's break front. Okay, you know, Damon comes in and say, get your hands off my girlfriend. Cochise say, I didn't know Loretta Brown was your girlfriend. Here, you can have the bitch. Okay, he was. Now, if you have not already done so, please remember to like, share to Facebook, and subscribe because it is so important to our success here on the YouTube. Now, remember this, the same people that you meet on the way up will always be the same people that you meet on the way down. My naysayers, my patron loves. You babies, y'all be safe. Peace.